So I get receive emails a lot from listeners who are really great. And so one guy emails me a lot, but he sent me an article yesterday. I saw it at first. I thought it was a scam. For all my Australian listeners, we have a lot of them. We get to do that research thing. We can see, I can't see into your house or anything, but we can see generally where you listen from. We have a lot of listeners in Australia. I feel really bad for you if you live in Melbourne right now. Have you heard what's going on in Melbourne? Here's an article from the American Institute for Economic Research. This will be in the show notes again today. Please check it out by Jeffrey Tucker. Madness in Melbourne. This is not fun. This is, folks, you are watching your civil liberties go down the tubes right now, being flushed down the toilet. I can't even tell you how bad what I read in this article is, so I'm just going to go down the list. So Melbourne, using the coronavirus as a backdrop, has basically turned their city into a police state out of fears from the coronavirus. Despite no evidence whatsoever these lockdowns actually work. They don't. This virus doesn't care about your lockdowns at all. You're just locking people down indoors to recirculate air. So if someone gets it, the whole house gets it. The lockdowns don't work. They haven't worked. Look at some of the draconian measures happening. I really feel bad if you live in Melbourne right now. The guy who writes the article says, a friend summarized for me what's happening right now, the situation in Melbourne. Even one of these is bad. Police may now enter anyone's home without a warrant. Huh? There's an 8 p.m. curfew, a $1,600 fine if you're outside your house without, quote, a valid reason, the amount being raised by the day. You may say to yourself, Dan, come on. This is 1980s Soviet Union. No, this is Melbourne now. You're not allowed to visit family or friends. There's a $200 fine for no mask, mandatory masks at all times. This one, folks, please confirm for me if you live in Melbourne. Email us if this is true. You can only exercise once per day for up to an hour. What the hell does that have to do with anything? Only one person per household per day can leave the house, including for groceries. I'm not even sure that was a rule in the Soviet Union. You may have been more free, and the Soviets didn't even have these rules. You may say, wow, that sounds bad. No, there's more. You're not allowed to go more than 3 miles from your home. Weddings are illegal. No gatherings of any size. We got to go to page 2 because there's actually more, shockingly.
Oh.
Yeah, I know. You're like, that's on it. No, there's more. The army is on the street finding and arresting people. Come on, Dan. This is Cuba. No, this is Melbourne. Since March 21st, a total of 193,700 spot checks have been conducted by police. Spot checks, Joe. Spot checks. At the 5-0 knocking on your door now. Protests and activism is illegal. People have already been arrested for peaceful gatherings. The media, which is extremely biased, no shocker, they're calling the protesters right-wing conspiracy nut jobs and won't even allow discussions of whether these lockdowns are right or not. And several thousand people were placed under house arrest, unable to leave for any reason, with food rations delivered by the army, leading to appalling levels of personal trauma. Here's one last one. There's actually more, but in the interest of time, I had to cut it down. Australia won't release how many fines they've given out, but an ABC News report said it's over $5.2 million so far. Ladies and gentlemen, what is going on? Do you understand that if we don't take some kind of action at the voting booth and get these people out and let them know we will never allow this again, that in the name of public health, your neighborhood could be next? How is that not what I just described, a police state? Again, if any of it's inaccurate and that article is wrong or misplaced, let us know. Melbourne government officials, we're happy to hear. We'll put your statement on the air. But how is what I just not described, the Solzhenitsyn's, the Gulag Archipelago? Explain, please. I'd love to hear it.